Uh, I want to talk about something I'm really struggling with, which is where are we at? You would have thought that after 25 years, a quarter of a century of the corporations basically getting what they want and not fulfilling the promises they made on that basis, and then having this kind of a crisis, which discredited them, which led to panic within capitalism, that we'd actually be on the upswing. This would be our chance to really change things, and we're not, and we have to take this seriously. This is a quote from the Communist Manifesto, and I just wrote it down as Ursula was speaking. In place of old local and national seclusion and self-sufficiency, we have intercourse in every direction, universal interdependence of nations. Marx got it. He understood capitalism. And he also talked about how capitalism constantly paved the way for more extensive and deeper crises. And I want to say that I think that there are things in Marx that we have to recapture. I don't want to exaggerate this. I think that Marx had a lot of things wrong as well, but I think there is an orientation in Marx that gives us a richer way of thinking about things. The most important thing that Marx did was he actually identified the problem. He said it's capitalism. He named the system. And by capital, and when he did that, he said that capitalism was this contingent thing. There's nothing natural about capitalism emerging. It emerged for very specific reasons at a particular moment in history, pretty late in history. I was just doing a quick calculation, and if I took human history compared to how much of it was actually capitalist society, it was like the 4-hour flight from Toronto to here was the last minute of it. And Marx wasn't right, in fact, about globalization being automatic. Capitalism had a tendency to globalization, but what happened was that each nation was developing its own empire to become global. So capitalism wasn't actually a global system, it was fragmented into national empires. And that fragmentation meant that for the first half of the 20th century, what we basically had was 2 world wars and a depression. Look what happens in capitalism every day when you do, in fact, go to work, that you're exploited. That the very nature of a capitalist system means that some people control the human capacity of others, work. So somehow or other, we have to be able to develop this notion that capitalism is a fundamentally undemocratic society at its core, because some people control the potential of other people, and therefore it's capitalism that has to be changed. Is that even if you think that capitalism has achieved all kinds of things, and I actually think it has, I would concede that, as Marx very much did, we have to start saying that capitalism has become a barrier to human development. Whatever you thought about it before, capitalism has become a barrier to human development. Capitalism means permanent insecurity, it means rising inequality, it means a hollow sense of democracy, it means no community, it means the narrowest of values, and of course it's also destroying nature, as we've talked about. It's not enough to have a vision. We have to actually figure out how to change things. And there are 2 contributions he made on this score which were crucial. The first was, he said, we have to actually understand the system. We actually have to take it seriously and understand it and not leave that to experts or to them. We have to understand how it works so we can see through it, and we have to understand how it works so we can strategize about how to change it. And that's something, again, we have to take seriously. We have to figure out how to democratize knowledge. Part of organizing and mobilizing isn't to depend on some experts, but that we actually start developing an understanding of the system. Who's actually going to change it? You know, it's not a matter of some, as he put it, some intellectual sitting in a basement and deciding this is a rotten system. Let's change it. It's a question of actually changing it in a way that's consistent with your goal, that's developing people's capacities to act politically so that you can change things.
You can view these keynote speeches in their entirety on our YouTube page, or you can get more information about the Parkland Institute from the above link. Local band Atlas Shrugged recently performed at the Evolution Solution zine launch party, and at the party unveiled how they've done away with these and replaced them with USB flash drives.
Steve from Atlas Shrug.
Hey, I'm Glenn from Atlas Shrug and vocalist.
Hey, I'm Ian from Atlas Shrug. I'm the drummer.
We're named more after the image of the title of the book.
Just knowledge for accessible knowledge for people to get. I think there's a lot of things that are either brushed over as unimportant or are left kept away from the public for whatever reason. And I think that that's something that really has to be addressed and changed. So I think there's a lot of secrets out there that could potentially change a lot of things in this
And
world.
like musically, we approach music the same way that Glenn approached the lyrics. Try to do things that haven't been done, or do things you're not supposed to be allowed to do or take.
I'm really happy to be here and to do this with you guys. I think it's really cool. We're also today, we're debuting our, we actually just got them from Customs. Customs held them because they thought there was some anti-government information on it, which there might be. But we made these, hopefully one day these will replace CDs, we think, but they're Atlas Shrug USB flash drives. A lovely Glenn.
Well, that wraps up another episode of Evolution Solution.
In our next episode, we'll be taking a look at the World March for Peace and Nonviolence.
If you guys have questions, concerns, or if you'd like to submit an article for the zine, please email us at evolution.solution@yahoo.ca.
Or gather information on our website, www.evolutionsolution.ca.
You can touch your mouse now.
See